And then when I was coming to America, my aunties, they are like very light skinned, like my sister. They were like, when you're coming to America, anybody that is lighter than us and speaks like this, don't bring them to the family. So I was like, okay, got it. Don't bring a white man to the family. Great, got it. So I got to America, I was working at the bank, and there was this white guy that would always come to the bank and be looking at me. Because they told me don't date a white guy, I never paid attention to him. It was a co-worker of mine that was like, you know, the only reason why this guy comes to the bank is because of you. I was like, why? He's white. So I always tell people that my brother-in-law, and my stepdad have raised the standard.
Okay, whenever I say brother-in-law, it hurts my feelings.
Okay, sorry. My two brothers.
Whenever I say sister, I say my sister.
Okay, it's my bad. So my brother, and then my brother, and then my dad are the ones, not my biological father, but my dad are the ones that when I look at men that I'm dating, I use that pedestal. And I know it's a high pedestal, but as far as I'm concerned, they've shown me what a good man is in terms of family, holding their wife, and being a partner. That I'm sorry, I cannot settle for less, and I will not settle for less.
Why do you have to settle? So how has it been dating in the West? Why do we talk about settling for less? You would think that there are a lot of good men littered all over the place now. In America.
I'm sure they are.
So why do you?
I've just not found the good men that are littered in the West. Okay. Because, like I said, so I remember I remember one time that I went on a date with a guy. I'm not going to say his name, but if you're watching, you know who you are. So I went on the date, and after the date, I'm a Nigerian girl. I remember this was like 4 years into America, because then I was now a little settled. I was still hungry, but I was a little settled. I was getting a job. I was getting the hang of being in America now. My suffering phase was still there, but I would say I was now at 50% suffering, no longer 95% suffering. So I went on a date with him, and he said, so I guess we are going Dutch. Being a Nigerian girl, that's exactly what I said. I didn't know what Dutch was. Okay. So I thought he meant the Dutch meal on the menu. Okay. I didn't know he meant you pay your own, I pay my own. And mind you, I was broke as heck then. So I was looking at it like, oh my God, I'm not only going to get a meal.
Why would he ask you to pay when he
and then coming from a Nigerian whatever, when a man in Nigeria takes you out, they pay for everything. That's our culture, right? Now that I'm in America, when a guy takes me out on a date, I always offer to pay the tip. And most of the guys I go out on dates with will always say, no, don't bother. But I always offer. But when I just came to America, coming from a culture where a man pays for everything, I was like, what? He was like, yeah, that means you're going to pay. It was like, it's the first date you're going to pay, and then I'm going to pay. So not being used to, of course, I never spoke to him after that date, because I'm like, what kind of culture is this? Of course, being in America now for about 25 years.
It's the norm.
I will not go Dutch, but I'll look at him like, come on now. You asked me out on a date, but I always offer to pay the tip. And most guys, 90% of the guys always appreciate that. But they never take the tip, but I always offer. So they know that it's not like I'm taking advantage of you. But that was my first experience with that. And then when I was coming to America, my aunties, they are like very light-skinned, like my sister. They were like, when you're coming to America, anybody that is lighter than us and speaks like this, don't bring them to the family. So I was like, okay, got it. Don't bring a white man to the family. Great, got it. So I got to America, I was working at the bank, and there was this white guy that would always come to the bank and be looking at me. Because they told me don't date a white guy, I never paid attention to him. It was a co-worker of mine that was like, you know, the only reason why this guy comes to the bank is because of you. I was like, why? He's white. She was like, no, he's a human being. I said, no, he's white. Do you want my family to kill me? They told me anybody lighter than this and don't bring to the house. She was like, what? She was like, well, you're in America now. You can say hi. So I remember saying hi to the guy. The guy beamed from, oh my God, it was like, I gave him a pot of gold. He was so happy because apparently he's been coming to the bank for weeks and I just never paid attention to him. So he told me, can he take me out? That he wrote his number on the deposit slip that you can call me if you want. I don't want to encroach on your job. If you want me to take you out, blah, blah, blah. I was new to America. I didn't really know anybody, not my family or anything. So that coworker that told me, talk to him, I said, since you told me to talk to him, this is where we are going. This is it. In case I don't come back home, my family can call you because you're the one who is saying I should take this guy that I don't know. So when I went on a date with him, he opened the door, he closed the door. He was so nice. He didn't do Dutch. He took me out. He enjoyed everything. And he told me, he was like, well, he said, if you want to see me again, that's fine. If you don't want to see me, I would understand. But I really enjoyed our date. I would like to see you again. I was like, oh, this is nice. Mind you, remember, I was hungry because I didn't have food. So I enjoyed myself and I ate very well. And he told me, I guess he saw the way I was eating. He was like, do you want me to get you another food to take away? I was like, no. Even though in my mind was saying, yes, because you can eat this food tomorrow. But I was like, no, I'm okay. So I ate the food. And then that's how we did it. But I kept remembering my aunties saying, don't bring anybody lighter than this to the house. So I did not invest in that relationship. And after the guy just saw that, like the guy was like, look here, I can tell that you're not really feeling this relationship. So I'm going to bounce.
Like I blame you.
Why?
Because aunties are a non-factor. For me, there's nothing that any auntie will tell me that if it goes against what I decide, I'll listen to them. Because the aunties are not there with you in your matrimonial home. They're not there with you, like the womb watcher who we talked about on the episode. When we had our children, this fellow did not come and did not give us any money, has not contributed to school fees, has not contributed, we want to go out on a date. Can you come and watch? She's Nigerian. External factors in your own happiness are
but I
just
think,
noise.
But remember, I was 23, 24 then.
No, but outside of the age and the aunties, there was also growing up in Nigeria, being surrounded by Nigerians deeply rooted in culture and religion. There was also that perception around interracial marriages at the time. It wasn't commonplace, and it also wasn't accepted especially in families that is just core Nigerian. Even though you're in America, you're going to live there. If you're going to marry, find another Nigerian in that America, another African to marry. That was also the perception. And to be honest, besides what they told you, that was also your understanding as well.
That was my understanding. Like I couldn't bring, for me, it was like, I can't bring this guy home because at the end of the day, you want your family to accept him.
Yeah.
So being that he's white, I was like, I can't invest in this relationship. Fast forward, whether he's white, green, red, brown.
Now you're just looking for a person that's kind.
I'm just looking for a person who is kind, who is nice, who yes, 100%.
Of course.
A person who loves me 100,000%. I don't care what race he is.
I love you.
So, but then I was so like, you're in your 20s, you make silly
podcasts.
In your 20s.
Podcast hosts, they don't hug each other.
They do now. Who says so?
Oh, okay.
So, in your 20s, you're making the worst decisions because you think you have time, I'm young, I'm whatever. Speaking of which, I remember when I hit 40, there's a reason why this person is no longer my friend. Because one thing with me is I would never tell you this is what you did. I would just look at where you're coming from. Especially as I got older, I never would call people. I'll just walk away from you. I'll block you from my life. It's very easy. The only people I can
Professional cutter offer.
The only people...
That's a family trait in that family.
The only people I can ever cut off from my life are blood. But you're just a friend. I will cut you off quickly. I don't have time to be... No. So she called me when I turned 40 and she was like, well, you're 40 years old. You're not married. You don't have any kids. So what I'll suggest... Now, mind you, she's been my friend for 15 years. And I've always told her, kudos to single moms. I cannot do it. Number one, I didn't grow up in a single mother household. I grew up with two parents in a house, number one. Number two, growing up in our house, right? I saw the dynamic of a man and a woman. Then when I came to America, because I was single, my single friends, when they needed a break, and I was honored because I don't think when I see my nephews that I would drop my nephews with a stranger. But they would drop their kids with me just to go and get their nails done. But they just wanted that break of that 90 minutes of getting my nails done. I don't want kids.
I don't want kids. Mm-hmm.
So I saw all of that. They would come and drop their kids. They'll bring the kids snacks and leave their kids with me. And I was giving them that break so that they can go and get their hair done, their nails done, whatever they needed to do, just to take that break for themselves. Mm-hmm. That was actually when I made up my mind that this is not for me. Mm-hmm. I cannot do this. Mm-hmm. Where I don't have a break. The child is with me 24/7.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And there are many married people that are single mothers too. But they have husbands.
But they have husbands not helping.
I
was like, no. So when I was, for my friend to now, my so-called friend to call me at the age of 40 and say, go and have a child. That's not a friend.
You said you're 40.
Yeah.
You don't have prospects.
You're not married. You have prospects.
That's what she
no
said.
Man inside. Horizon.
Damn.
Just go have a baby
before it's too late.
Sort yourself out before it's too late.
So that way, even if you don't get married or whatever, you have a child. For me, there is no friend. If you're hearing this, that's why I stopped. That's part of why I stopped talking to you. There are a lot of reasons, but that was the final straw. I was like, if you are truly my friend, and you know that I've always said, I will never be a single mother, why would you proposition that for me? Especially when you were a single mother for a few years before you married your husband, and I saw the hell you went through. Why would you wish that? Because I wouldn't wish that for my friend.
I can't wish single motherhood for my enemy. I'm serious.
Because it is difficult.
It's difficult. I'm not going to suffer. Don't stay by yourself and know that you only have to answer for yourself.
Period.
You have to go and carry unnecessary drama. Because you have the kid, you love the kid, though.
But your world evolves around that child.
Exactly. You will definitely be under a lot of pressure, except you are Rihanna or Beyonce.
Yep.
You have billions,
Oprah.
You have millions of dollars and pounds in the bank. That way, can be single mother, hire 700 nannies. You use money, but if you don't have
those resources
at your disposal, it's not something that no.
It's not something that I would advise anybody to do.
And you see, if you look at just the landscape of who are you find that a lot of single mothers are the ones that cannot even afford to be single mothers. So I don't know why women take that decision lightly and put themselves through that, because half the time you are giving up a lot just to have a child because you feel like it defines you in some way.
Yes.
Or do you want to do it by yourself? I don't know. But respect to single mothers.
And then dating as a single mother. That's another layer. Because how many people, men or women, want to
be step-parents?
So what you're saying, Saiki, about dating as a single mother, I always reference Clubhouse. Clubhouse is an audio app that I listen to a lot. There's a lot of Nigerians, so I'm in the Nigerian room just listening to what they're saying. And there is a very strong, almost community bias against single mothers. So they get a lot of stick, single mothers. And people talk about how, single mothers are selfish. Their priority is their child,
as it should
not
be.
the person that they're dating. So
which priority would she have?
If you as a man, you're going to date a single mother, you should know that you are number 2.
Yes. And the same thing applies for single fathers.
Yes.
If a woman is dating a single father, the priority is the child.
Kids. And if the man is not taking the child as the priority, that is not a good man. That's a red flag.
Nigerian Clubhouse just hips on single mothers. Single fathers, I don't really hear them talk about single fathers.
The reason why is...
the reason why you hear about single fathers, because usually when a father has a child with another woman, the woman is the primary caregiver and the father might be like a weekend father. But even at that, even if you're a weekend father and you're parenting in a single household, you're just the person with your kids. Even if he's on weekend, you want to spend time with the girl you're dating. Excuse me, I'm not going to cancel plans with my kids to spend time with the girl I'm dating. My kids comfort. For any parent, at least any responsible parent, your kid will always trump your girlfriend or the person. Normally, not like your own dad, but your kid.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because we just talked about her dad. Your dad throwing you out
for his girlfriend. My dad is an anomaly.
Exactly. Normal
because the 3 men that I dated with kids didn't do that.
They will never do that.
But see, the reason why you say they happen single mother is because when we now get into dating, a man with kids would always find a woman.
Yes. That is willing to take on
Even if
those
a
kids.
man has 5 kids,
Yeah.
there's always a woman that's ready to fill
Yeah.
in that role of
Yeah.
that ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever. But for
It's
a
not the
woman,
same
it's
with-
not the same
yeah.
with a woman.
You will struggle
You
to
will
find a
struggle.
man that will love you and
And
love your
those
kids.
children.
It's not easy.
So that is why they happen. Even in America now, in the American culture now, they are saying something called marry before you carry. Because now they've seen the single mother epidemic. It is an epidemic. Because you cannot give a child, you can't be both parents to a child. Now, there are anomalies like LeBron James and all these people, but they're always saying that's the anomaly. The statistics have shown that when kids are raised in a single mother household, it's either they're killed or they're in jail. They need that father.
Is this across
in
all
their
races
homes.
or just blacks?
No, I think at least in the
It's just-
US,
yes.
there's a high percentage of teen pregnancies and young
yes.
girls getting pregnant
Yes.
and having babies, and that ultimately impacts the Black family culture.
Yes.
The family structure
Fabric.
of Black Americans is denigrated to the point that it's a lot of single parents raising kids. And that perpetrates a certain type of stereotype. Aside from the effects it has on the child, the effect on you, gone,
Yes.
as the parents. The mental stress, the emotional stress, the financial stress when you're doing it by yourself. I'm sorry, there's no child that is worth it. I won't be single mother.
And where I work,
you need
the
that
most
support.
aggression that I have gotten is usually from single mothers. That's usually the aggression
Like
I
from your
get.
colleagues or from...
No. From I can't really say what I do,
Yeah.
right?
From your clients.
From my
right?
clients.
Yeah.
The aggression I get is usually from single moms. And they start off by telling me I'm a single mom. And for me, it's like, that's your choice.
Yeah.
So if you are going...
The circumstance.
Now, circumstance will be the father died.
You were widowed. Yeah.
You were widowed.
So in that case, you say I'm a widow.
So
you can still say I'm a single mother, but if you now get context that you were married
and you had but 90%,
or you were married and then got
95% of the people I deal with, it's not.
I feel like
really
a
not.
big number of single moms will be single moms because they were probably married to abusive husbands.
No.
A good number of them are just getting pregnant.
The ones I see are the ones that started having kids at 13, 14, 15. And their grandmother had them at 13, 14, 15. Their mother had them at 13, 14, 15. And they're just having these kids. And some of their baby daddies are in jail.
Sorry, Staiki. Now, to play devil's advocate, is it possible that society, and I don't want to say the government, because I do know that I've read online, I don't know how true it is, that the American government had a deliberate policy to flood the slums with drugs.
That was in the 80s.
In the 80s, and that turned a lot of black males to
criminals.
Criminals end up in jail and everything. Now, is it possible that some sort of government policy could have influenced this kind of behavior?
Yep.
So it might not really... So yes, you can say that these single moms have some blame, but it is possible that that blame is shared.
Yes.
That they're not 100% to blame.
Of course not.
So they are victims of government policies. So wouldn't you have some empathy for them in that case?
You are 50% right in the sense that from what I've gathered, because I'm an immigrant, from what I've gathered from talking to now I'm going to be specific on race, for my Black American people, is the government wanted to break down the fabric of the Black family. So that is why if you see people like Sidney Poitier, may his soul rest in peace, Cicely Tyson, when they were doing movies back then, they never wanted to show a Black man. That's why Bill Cosby show was a trendsetter, because you saw a successful Black doctor and a successful Black lawyer with their Black family raising children in a nice suburban home with good family values. They didn't want to portray that. What they wanted to portray was a Black man in the prison, in this, a single. That's what they want to portray, because they know that family, you are stronger as a family unit, being successful. So if I take the Black man out of the family, I know I can break the Black race. I don't think people understand the level of... Let me tell you, when my dad used to come to Nigeria to visit me, I would take his shirt and sleep with it so I can smell him. So imagine coming to America. I don't want to cry, but imagine coming to America and my idol my idol, my hero, the man that I could not wait to come to America and be with. I used to think that me and my dad, because I saw the way their dad treated them. So I used to think by the time I come here, it will be me and my dad, best friends. We'll be having our gossips going everywhere. I won't even remember my mom. It's just going to be me and my dad. Then for him to pick a non-entity
that he didn't end up with.
You didn't even marry her in the end.
over me, and subsequently picked every other woman he was with over me. That breaks you as a female on the inside. Because people always wonder, why are you not married? Why are you not married? And I was telling you, anytime a man is coming to my life, the first thing I'm saying is, if my father could break me, what are you coming to do in my life? Yeah. So that's why I'm not going to open up to you until you prove to me that you're worthy of me to open up to. Because the person who I was supposed to look up to, who was supposed to protect me, who was supposed to show me what a man's love is, did not. If I had taken that to be a stripper, because when you see girls with dad issues, single motherhood, having kids by different baby daddies, being hooked on drugs, being on stripper pole. Even Drake sang it in his video. Because she had daddy issues, that's why she's on the pole.
You had the benefit of your formative years being rooted in really strong values.
Yes.
The cycle of young girls that grow up in the broken black family, because you don't start tete. Like, it's been a long time, right? So the cycle of, I wasn't raised with a father figure. I don't know what the proper family structure looks like. So I'll just go and get pregnant and have babies. They didn't have. So I would actually be, despite the fact that I'm not minimizing all of the hardship that you went through, I would actually be tougher on you if you fell by the wayside, because in your formative years, you had really strong values that were imbibed into you, and you had the benefit of having very strong mother, first of all, and aunties. You had really strong women around you,
yes,
that you could visualize what a good, valued, proper woman should be.
100%.
You also had a stepdad that at least showed you what a man should be.
Yes.
A provider and a protector. He didn't 100%. Fuck around with his kids.
No, he really didn't.
So you saw those values as real and possible. A lot of the girls or young girls or Black Americans that are having 6-7 babies for 6-7 baby daddies, they have no clue what that. There is a lot of benefits when you're raised in structure. Because when you see that, there are some things you can just never do.
That's it.
And when you walk away in your 20s, and I always tell you the two things, and I was saying the other day, that our parents gave us: confidence and contentment. I'm confident that even when you were going through it hard as you had, you knew that this America was... This is why it's not good to be too passionate.
Yes.
This America, I will make it.
Yes.
And everything I have to make it is in me. I don't have to spread my legs to make it.
100%.
I know that I'm capable. I'll make it. And it's because, baby, help me get the tissue roll. Okay, please help. Yeah. So, and it's because that thing that they put in you was so powerful. A lot of these young girls, they don't have confidence.
Correct.
They don't have it. The confidence is missing. That's why one boy will come and tell them, oh, you are fine. They say, oh,
yes,
let me sleep with you and get pregnant.
100%.
You had confidence. You also had confidence, which is why you were very content to stay one bedroom, put your mattress, and you are not trying to impress anybody.
I wasn't literally
but you're like, now you own a home, you're doing your thing. You're very like living your life, because everything that you needed to make it was already
instilled in
you. That value, that value of instilling something in a child, it is the most priceless thing you can give a child. When the child doesn't have it, this is why your point around breaking down familial structure is a cycle, and it's always continues. 100%. Unless they can figure out a way to fix
that foundation.
Family is there. I don't care the structure of the family, but the family is there, and it is healthy. Toxic families create toxic children that don't know how to function. Not always. There are some children that rise above. Yeah. When you don't have that thing, it's harder. So that'll be harder on you. Like, even if you are suffered, if you are still come to tell us that, oh, I can, we will say why. Nobody
Yeah.
will pity you because you're like, you don't know. Do you know where you're coming from?
And the thing about it is because I always tell people because I was the first niece,
Yes, you're
first
the first
grandchild,
girl.
they literally
There's a
from
lot
day
on
one,
you.
they told me these are all the people. Them, my cousins, my aunties will tell me they're the ones looking at you. You cannot get pregnant out of wedlock. You have to finish college. You
cannot.
have to do this. You
Yes.
cannot be on drugs. So it was like a lot of pressure. So every single thing I did, it was, you know how you said you were scared of your parents? Yes, I was there, but I also was looking at it like,
These younger ones are
these
looking
younger
up to
ones,
me.
they are looking up to me. I cannot afford, to the point that I was so proud that my siblings and my cousins would be like, before I say I will do this, Sister Ike never did this. Sister Ike never did that. Sister Ike never did this.
Yeah.
So I had to live in that narrow whatever. And I looked at it like, even though my dad did not accept me, how would I turn around and even tell my stepdad and my mom that I was sleeping around with so one man, the next man, the next man, the next man,
People
the next
not,
man.
we will not be forgiven.
Never.
It's true.
So, Steki, are you still carrying this weight of responsibility, or did you get to a particular age and you said, you know what, everybody for themselves and just
No,
live your life?
it never leaves you because it also goes into the kind of man I would marry. Because if I wasn't carrying the weight, many men have asked me to marry them.
You could have married some
I could have
non-entities that
married
I
some.
can think of right now.
I could have married. I could have married some non-entities. So the weight is still on you. It never leaves because I'm still like I'm the first. I'm so proud of my siblings. And when I say my siblings, even my dad's kid, Aisha, I'm so proud of my siblings that they married really good people. And I'm so proud of my sisters that they have standards.
Proud of them?
Yeah, I've always I tell people all the time that my brother, they know that I talk about
Why
you.
is
Everybody
fishing
knows
for
you.
compliments?
Yeah, like it's like mommy now.
That's
Fishing for
it. You're always
compliments.
fishing for compliments like your mother.
So I'm proud of them, but
You're always
it
fishing for
also
compliments.
determines them because I know that I cannot marry a riffraff. Which family am I bringing him to? Even the guy that is talking to me now, he said, I'm scared to meet your family. I said, you should be very afraid.
High expectations, bro.
High
I don't know who
expectations.
you are, but high expectations.
High expectation.
The bar is motherfucking high.
Like,
Got it?
so it still weighs on me in everything. In fact, they laugh at me. Rule follower. I said, because that's how I was raised. My mom raised me to be a rule follower. There's nothing I can do about it. And that's why when Agbemba was saying it in terms of marriage, when all the people were saying, oh my God, you're Nigerian. How come? You're in your 40s. You're not married. I said, I had awesome parents who did not pressure me. Like, oh my God, you're 30.
And honestly, shout out to Mama B.
Shout out to my mom.
I even our dad, God rest his soul, but
Amen.
never would my mother or father ever come and meet you. Where's your husband, though? Why are you not married? Like, I know some girls that right after college, pressure.
Yep.
Where's the man? Where's the man? Where's the man? My parents never did that. Never, not once. Because for them, it's like, if you find husband,
great.
If you don't, you will still find it down the line. And but another thing my mother was never even willing to compromise on is that don't bring any useless stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there are sometimes when, like Sister Ike was talking about some iffy characters that are proposed. My mother say, this is not my son-in-law.
My mother, they will go and say my mom. After my mom has seen them, my mom will be like,
this is not my
never.
son-in-law.
This is not my son-in-law. So my mom was not looking at it like, oh, she's 35, she's 36, she's going to be 40. If I was dating a guy when I was 39, 30 or 40, you would think about it, I'd be like, oh my God, at least let's take this one. When the guy will come and say hi to my mother will be like,
yeah, you are not the one, bro.
And then when she goes, my mother will be like, that is not my son-in-law.
You know, just hearing you say this, I feel like my adopted father, Jose Mario, is a special one. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't go through this kind of scrutiny. I was accepted once. I am
you think you didn't go through scrutiny?
No, but it's not like...
You did, though.
I went to scrutiny, but I passed scrutiny first.
Yes.
But there was a lot of... I was also sharing a lot of who you were.
Yes.
With my family. Because if you weren't making me happy and they weren't seeing the joy... You think if today I start crying to my sister every day or my mother, you think they will love you?
Never.
I know they're my ups now.
Speaking of crying, there was a guy, the guy that I was dating when I was 39 to 40, if he watches it, okay, you know who you are. I loved him so much. Why? I don't know. But let's just say I was lonely. But either way, I loved him. He's the first guy that would dump me. There was no guy. I always walked away from guys. He was the first guy. I don't know why. He was the first guy that would walk away from me. And there are ways you break up with somebody if you break up with somebody with respect, when you come back into that person's life, I'm one person that I say I'm a Christian, but I'm not Jesus Christ. I don't take back exes. I've never been one. I mean, people who go back to their exes, kudos. I'm just not one who does that. It's just me. So, but I loved him so much. So I knew that because I knew he was going to come back. But I knew that if he comes back, I might take him back. And that means I'll be reneging on my boundary and my standard of never going back to an ex. Especially somebody who had the nerve to walk out of my life. And when he was leaving, he was like, I want to see what is out there. I want to see other women. I want to just see what is out there. And it's not like you're even making good money for me to even stay with.
Damn.
And then I was working as an executive director at a non-profit. So I wasn't making good money because I was working as an executive director. I was working 80 hours a week and not making 80. I mean, I was working because it was a really hard job.
That's what, 12 hours a day?
Man, I was working 80 hours a week. Because sometimes they will arrest some people in the court and I have to go there to go and vouch for them. So I was heading an immigrant and refugee organization. And because I'm an immigrant, I was very passionate about it. So even though I wasn't getting paid, I was so passionate about that job. I loved it because I knew the mentality coming. And some of these refugees didn't even speak English. So I knew what it was when I came here and I didn't understand anything. And nobody was willing to share anything with me. So I felt like I was their voice. But he didn't see that. Anyway, doesn't matter. So when he broke up with me, I was so heartbroken. I had a strategy in place. I knew if I cried to her or to my other sister, when he comes, which he did multiple times.
Mainly she cried to me was persona non grata. He moved from the maybe box to the fuck no box. Never.
So I knew that when he comes back, I will remember that I cried to her. And I know that there is no way they will ever want to hear his name. Even you just married her dead. You even said it. You said, if I hear him, because I was so broken.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember? You remember? I cried for a reason. So when he came back, I
met him once, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was still in love with him.
Yeah, but don't call his name.
Don't call his name.
Fuck that.
Man. So when I was still in love with him when he called to be begging me, but I remembered that, and I told him, I said, even if I have amnesia and I take you back, my family, they do not like you.
Yeah, he could never. Yeah.
I said, you can never.
If you had even taken him back and married him, you would just be on your own. Because, like, don't fuck with that.
No. So that was my strategy.
Because he's not a good person for him to have done that.
He was really not a good person. Even though he has apologized.
I kind of liked him when I met him. I thought it was okay.
He was.
But after you told me about, and I think it was you that told me about the guy, I was like, man.
Because my sister was like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? I cried.
And she had never cried.
I've never cried because any guy that was coming, I was like, okay, I'm giving you 3 to 6 months. Keep it moving. He was the only one. So.
How many cried?
No.
I'm a sweet
boy. You said, you said, I'm the world best crier. So, but you haven't made me cry from a place of sadness. But you annoy me all the time. Huh? Yeah. Like, you just, little things annoy me. Like, take a shower, you start arguing with me.
Speaking of taking a shower, I don't, like, in the winter months, I only take baths at night. So, we were going out early in the morning. I think we were going shopping or something. I don't know. So, I washed my face. In Nigeria, we do rub and shine. If you're not Nigerian, I can't help you. So we do rub and shine.
So can you ever go to a boarding school?
Yes.
Yes, no. She went to
Our Lady of Apostles in Jabode.
Thought she was a federal school. Continue your story.
So we do rub and shine. So they came to come and say.
Short put.
Short put, yes. I did short put.
Please, we are eating. That's disgusting. I never did that.
It's called body house. I'm sorry. If you don't know what short put is, we cannot explain it.
We're not talking about that.
Google it. We're not talking about it.
Why can't we talk about it?
No.
I'm a classy lady. I'm sorry. Look,
no.
Let me tell you. All my exes believe that every food I eat. Yes, I don't. Yes, it evaporates from my body.
And that's kind of like the mystery I even like to
Yes, it's a mystery.
But she may say, we'll be in the bathroom doing a number 2 and be insisting that we'll be just
No, we're not doing that.
Close the damn door.
It's a mystery. I don't want
Like,
to see.
this is very annoying.
Yes.
And then sometimes I'm in there and I'm looking, you say, why is the door locked? I'm because I'm busy in here.
Yes.
Sister King,
Huh?
there's nothing worse. There's nothing more traumatizing than seeing her intestines. I've seen her intestines.
So she was not conscious of it. She was giving birth to a child. That was creating a life.
Wait, let me finish. With all the blood, with all her guts, I've seen the worst of her. So her doing it number 2.
This side is not the worst of me.
That's the worst. That's your inside. That's you. That's
well, I have no control over that. I was on
That's fine. But you consented for me to see it.
Yeah.
And I was there.
And I saw it.
There. So it's like, okay, if I've seen the worst of
you even don't worse than that. You have changed sanitary pad. You don't know that. But what's happening your baby?
Number 2. Yes, no.
Our babies. Don't say
our baby. Why is your baby? They have your last name. My parents. So it's your baby.
But they are our own.
They are our babies. I agree.
We make them jointly.
I agree.
But I've seen most of you. So what's the number 2?
You can't for me as a girl.
Sorry for me being graphic. You guys, I'm under the toilet looking at the number 2 dropping. I'm in the bedroom, you're in the bathroom, and I just say, okay, open the door so we can be just.
No, we can't. No,
we can't just.
Why not?
No,
it's gross.
No, let me tell you, I was watching a comedy show with Trevor Noah. Shout out to Trevor. I was watching a comedy show with Trevor Noah.
You're not gonna see this podcast.
I was watching a comedy show with Trevor Noah, and Trevor Noah said that women, he was saying number 1 and number 2, and he was saying it's a myth. He knows that women don't do number 2.
Exactly,
he said because he said, guys, have you ever seen a woman do number 2? He said the reason why women don't do number that we don't know is because they take the same amount of time when they are peeing. He said it's the same 10 minutes. They pee, they wash their hands. He said they touch up their makeup, they come out. He said every time they go to the bathroom, he said every time they go to the bathroom, they do that for 10 minutes. They do that for 10 minutes. So you really don't know if they're doing number 1 or number 2. He said a guy, when he goes to do number 1, he goes there, 2 minutes, he doesn't wash his hand, he comes out, he's done. He said, but when we are going to do number 2, we don't come out. That's how you know
that's not a funny joke. And I don't think it's a very funny guy. Everybody loves him, but I don't think it's very funny.
That's the only reason why. We love Trevor Noah. We love.
You die and Trevor Noah.
Okay, love.
But let's move on that. My point is that. What's my point? Is that we've been married for close to 10 years. We've seen plenty highs. We've seen some lows.
Yeah.
This number 2 that she's doing.
You can never see me doing number 2. Can we just leave that?
It's not gonna happen.
It offends me.
I cannot support it.
You remain offended.
I can't support it.
You will never see me doing number 2.
I can't support it.
Because it is in my estimation, a minor thing that
it's to you, but to us as women, we want to stay pretty and stay this enigma.
I also don't want to see her.
I don't.
You'll be sharing his number 2. I'm like, close the damn door.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see my better half doing this number 2. Yeah. There are some mysteries that I should have.
Just close the door.
Like I tell all the guys that I date that look, my food evaporates.
Somebody after 10 years.
I don't care.
50 years, it's still
you are never, even if it's 100 years.
It's 100 years.
You're never going to see me do it.
It's a mystery. No, I don't need to know that part.
You offend me. I'm telling you this thing. It's
cause politics. Let's cause problem. You remain offended. That you see me doing number 2. Never gonna happen. Never ever gonna happen.
I'm sorry.
And in fact, I don't even do it number 2. It doesn't
really matter.
Ops.
Okay, so this ops. I'm going to explain this ops.
Exactly.
Because yes, before we end, I have to explain this ops. Yes. The ops is what we call self-inflicted ops. When they just got married,
she's his ops.
It is self-inflicted. So
ops. OS.
Okay. Opponent. That's what he means. Opponent united, as in so he's making it seem as because she's my sister, I would always be on her side.
No, she's my up on her own.
Not true. When they just got married, I was minding my business. And when you guys got married, I was unemployed. I remembered. So I was unemployed. That was when I'd moved. I got my admission for my master's, and I moved to Chicago. So I remember clearly. I was minding my business. he calls me to report my beautiful sister.
Huh?
He said, yes. He said,
What's he here for?
He said, yes, you did.
To call her to report. You
Yes,
did now.
you did.
Okay, tell me what I reported.
So he said, because they're from two
Aren't
different...
you always reporting?
Yes.
Lie.
So they're from two different tribes. They're from two different tribes. We are Edo, he's Igbo.
Yes.
So they're in Nigeria. Nigeria has, I think, 352 tribes.
Yeah, and each tribe has their own food.
Their own language, their own dressing, their own... Nigeria is the most diverse country in the whole of Africa.
Yeah, one of the
most diverse. And that is why our legal franca is English. So for all the people who always say, how did you start speaking English?
Yeah, official language in Nigeria is
English.
Yeah.
So anywho, he calls me to say, my sister knows how to cook our tribal food. But because he's from another tribe, he wants her to learn some of his tribal food.
And I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
He was like, oh, heck no. And then me being...
don't eat what I cook, you'll be all right.
Me being the objective big sister, I said, he's right. Now that you're married to somebody who is from a different tribe, it will be nice for you. I'm not saying learn their whole cuisine, but learn one or two things from him that he likes and cook it for him. I had not even finished making my point. He goes, please, stop. Don't talk to my wife like that. Don't talk to my wife like that. Please stop it right there. Then he turns to my sister. He's like, baby, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you thought. I was so dumbfounded. My flabber was gasted. I was bamboozled. I was shock-collared. I was like, what the heck? So I looked into the mirror that day. I decided to advise myself. I said, self, next time he calls you to report his wife, because now the two have become one. She's no longer your sister, which is the truth. I said,
I'm seeing your sister, what's that?
When I say sister, it means that the two of you, this unit comes first before me. I said, so the next time he comes to report, I will just shut her up and support my sister.
I don't remember this.
She was
we were in the house in Idado. We were upstairs in our bedroom when we made this phone call. And then Stek was trying to harass me that, why am I not cooking soup for you? You don't say, hey, please don't talk to my wife like that.
No,
She wasn't. I wasn't like, you should be cooking soup for you. You should find what you like.
Like some cooking.
She was saying this from a person. Yeah, please don't harass her.
And then you apologize to her.
Don't ask my wife.
You see that? So and the reason why I'm saying this is because my other sister is not here to defend herself. When he says the OP have united, this is why he caused us. So since then,
my wife.
So see that?
If I didn't defend her, won't you think I was a funny guy?
No. Then my thing is, why did you report?
Why did you report? She was signing you now.
I was signing you.
How? More diplomatic.
I was diplomatic. I didn't say she should cook your whole Igbo cuisine. I said, find one or two things he likes.
I'm sorry.
And cook it. It's too late.
I make a worldwide apology. I'm sorry.
It's too late.
But
I have learned.
I'm not sorry for defending my wife. But I'm sorry for
making you the up.
Yeah.
The up. And that's how I became an up. Then
so
subsequently after that.
Would you renounce your up?
Nope.
No, because all the times you
let's ups now.
All the
let's ups.
Well, also,
we are up.
And then she was always reporting me to Seke. I went in this. That's why I said I'm always telling to run my back. Who else would like to run the back?
The reason why she has back, because when my sister married you, she had a perfect back.
Thank you.
That's what she used to wear. That's why she used to wear 4-5 inch heels. That's why she wears 4-5 inch heels. Yes, confidently.
Now, I can't wear anything more than 4 inches.
Why? Because she was carrying your two children.
To your kids.
Children.
Well, that's how your son.
Okay, yes. Okay, in the West is our children. But in Nigeria, when you give birth to two male children, they are your father's children.
No, don't do that. First of all, in the West.
That's what I said.
God forbid.
Did I know? I don't know Nigerian children.
God forbid, it will not happen. But if something happens today, and we say let's split, they would look at the merits and the court to make a decision, correct? But like in Nigeria, even in Nigeria, said the court to make a decision. So I cannot say that they're my children because we'll go to court and say, here is why I want the children.
They are our children.
They are our children.
They are our children.
Number one. So that's
but they carry your name. And they will continue your name, your family line. My name is Ijemen. My name, I have to change my name. I don't know.
She had to change her name.
I have to change my name
to your name. That's what you call it, Rose.
No. A name is very important.
It's very important.
My own family line does
It's
not
done.
continue with me. It's done.
It's done.
Your sons will continue your family line.
Yes.
So they are your sons for your family. So you
it's just like
are
my
their
brother.
father. You
It's just
are
like my
their
brother's son. My
Yes.
brother's son is carrying our father's lineage.
It's his father's
His
son.
father's son.
Yes.
So what do you want now?
Very true.
Nothing.
I don't even know why we were there. But,
What do you want? What do you
but the point is that, what was the point?
I don't know. You are busy.
The point is that this is going
No.
to keep.
The point was that I had your babies and hurt my back. So when you reported me to Auntie Eke that she said she didn't side you. I'm always telling you to rub my back.
you.
That are you my slave to be rubbing my back? Why would she side you? Who else would I be telling to rub my back? Are you not the one that damaged my back when you impregnated me?
Thank you.
Because I gave birth now.
She had to give birth to your children.
Give birth to your children.
And once a woman gives birth, from information gathered, her body is never the same.
Exactly.
I have friends that tell me that anytime they laugh, they pee a little.
Facts.
So
Facts.
the man is not doing that. All the man did was participate in a 30 or 1 hour action of God.
Then
That's not correct.
I suffered for 9 months.
At every birth, I was by your side.
That's true.
Which other side
Were you going to be on?
So you're making it seem like men just do the fornicate and ja until the baby comes.
100%.
But that's not correct.
100%.
It's my body that goes to everything.
Even if you are there supporting
Unfortunately,
her,
we can't share that.
we can't share that.
My body goes to every freaking thing.
Yes.
And you know how hard carrying babies was for me.
I agree. So what do you want now?
I want you to recognize that. See, Sister Ike is not your up. I'm not your up.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you are your own up by yourself. Because you should report stupid things. If you just accept your fate, that this is your life, and accept it. So stop reporting. Then you don't have any reason to complain that people are your up. Thank you.
But
okay.
You know that we talked about us being OGs in the marriage game.
Yes.
I tell me I'm not OG. 9 years does not make an OG.
9 years is OG time to someone like just getting married.
Yes, 100%.
But I think that one thing that is oh my God, I hate that if you say so.
Couple goals.
I hate that if you say so. Sorry for yourself.
Okay, sorry. I do know you hate if you say so. You never told me that. I know you told me you hate sorry for yourself. I know you told me you hate K. There's other things.
But one thing that I feel like I believe that has really helped us in our marriage is that whenever we have any differences, we don't take it outside.
Yes.
So we don't go to any pastor or any family member.
As you should not.
Nothing.
True.
We must settle it amongst ourselves.
True.
Very true.
You know, so even all those reports I report to you.
I know it's joking reporting now. Did you think that if it was a serious this thing, I will like you?
But just to advise, intending couples and new couples, is that when you bring in an external influence into your marriage, it tends to
muddy the waters. And the reason why it muddles the waters is because she's my sister. Even though I love him, my love for her is always going to be first. I'm sorry, but so if you guys,
know that.
if you guys, that's not it. If you guys fight and you bring it to me, even though you people make up and move on, that little resentment, whether I know it or not, it will linger.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she has moved on. That is why, if I want to be done with somebody, I take it to my siblings.
Yeah.
Because I know they will not forget what you did to them. Yeah. So it's just, so that's why, and I always tell people, like, even though I'm the oldest, right? I still look at you. When they say couple goals, I don't look at I don't know celebrity. I don't look at celebrity as couple.
Barack and Michelle.
I don't look, because I don't know them. I don't know them. The people that I see are couple goals are you guys, and then my brother that we talked about. Those are the because I can see their marriage. Because I don't know.
I'm so glad to be somebody's couple goals. I never thought it would happen.
Because
I'm so like,
I don't have any. I'm not going to look at any celebrity that I don't know if I'm not living in your house. With them, I see them day in, day out. I see how they manage themselves. And that is what I aspire to. So when I'm dating, which I am still dating, when I'm dating, because there are certain things in our culture we don't do. But the men that I live in the West, so I date men in the West. So the culture clashes. Because in the West, people move in together before they marry.
Yeah,
in my culture, we don't do that.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's always saying, but you're an American now, you're an American now. You
No,
should
but
do
you
that.
can't
But my
dump your
culture is my
values.
culture.
Yeah.
My values are my values. Like when people say, well, just have kids, just out of wedlock. I can't do that. My mother would disown me. I mean, not necessarily. She would still accept me as her child. But I know that I would disappoint her and I don't want to do it, regardless of how old I am. So when you say dating in the West, I'm dating, but I still hold my Nigerian values strong. And I think it has helped me, like my sister said, navigate
Yeah,
the
the
dating
hardship
world.
and everything around being in the West. That's a great place to end it.
Yes.
This one has to catch a flight, so we are gonna say goodbye. It was really nice having you here on Brunch and
Yes.
Banter again. Please
I have
come
been
again.
watching the video and the
And
food.
we would
Oof.
love,
You guys have been holding my tummy in.
honestly.
So
back
once this
around.
camera is off,
Like,
let it go. Let
let
it
it go.
go.
Guys, please don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, do all the
Comment,
things. Please
hype,
support our
share.
content. Love you guys. Bye.
And Trevor, we like you.